Handstand push-ups are a staple exercise for any gymnast at any level in their training. I do them on a daily basis, and I think they're a great exercise. The points of performance would be looking for the locked arms when in a handstand, going down, touching the bottom of your head or top of your forehead to the floor, and then pushing back up into a locked handstand motion. They can be done with either your stomach facing the wall or your butt facing the wall. As a gymnast, I prefer to do them with your stomach facing the wall so you can keep a nice tight body, but I do understand some people find it easier to let their heels fall over into the wall, so I believe that one could be performed either way. Chin swings are a classic gymnastics motion. What we're looking for here is that you begin the exercise with a pull-up where your chin clears the bar, and then once you're in the full chin motion, you swing your body forward and straighten your arms out to at least a horizontal position in the front, and then as your body swings backwards, you start pulling your chin up to the bar. It sounds a little more complicated than I think you'll find if you actually go and try it. This is a great one I've done since I first started gymnastics, and it hits a lot of the core and bicep motions, wears you out pretty quickly. Again, looking for that chin to clear the bar, and then hitting the horizontal in the front, and try not to bend the body too much. Over the head weight lifts are a great exercise for your shoulders. We do them a lot to help strengthen for more specific and higher difficulty gymnastics moves, but I believe anybody would be able to do this motion, especially since it only involves a weight plate. I did it with 25 pounds, and if you did for the maximum amount of reps in a certain time frame, I think that would be sufficient. We also do it 45 pounds sometimes, but I personally can only get off 6 or 8 reps using that weight. So the key points of performance here are you're looking for your knees locked out and then your back to be completely flat against the wall as you see in the video. The weight starts down by your thighs, touches your thighs, and then goes all the way up, hits the wall, and then down. It's also important to keep your elbows straight on this exercise, because if you bend your arms, it changes the muscles that you're using. Another great ab exercise we like to do is called the V-up. These are fairly easy to do, and we have all the little kids that I coach, my 8-year-olds can all do these. And the points of performance that we're looking for is starting with the feet and touching the ground, and then your arms being over your head, also flat on the ground. And then when you lift up, you're trying to touch your toes. You could also bend your knees slightly if you're not as flexible as we gymnasts are. And we're looking to see balance on your bottom as you sit up and make that nice V shape in your body. This one should be very doable to go for a lot of repetitions in a defined time frame. Another fairly simple motion is the classic dip. These can be done on both the parallel bars and, if you want it to be a little bit harder, the still rings. If you're doing them on the parallel bars, you're looking for at least a 90-degree arm bend in the elbows, and then as you push up to the support position, you want to see locked out arms completely straight, not a bend in them. If you're looking to do them on the rings, again, similar concept. It's parallel bars, 90-degree arm bend at the bottom of the motion, and then completely locked elbows at the top. And we also like to flick our rings out to at least the horizontal or open position like this, to show that you still have control of the motion and you're not getting weak. Once the rings start turning inwards, the motion becomes significantly easier. So that could be another thing to think about if you want to use dips on the still rings. Similar to doing muscle ups on the rings, which I'm surprised you guys haven't used yet, you can do muscle ups on a chin-up bar. Points of performance would be locked arms at the bottom as you're hanging, and then locked arms once you get on top of the bar. Static tuck holds on the parallel bars, which can also be performed on low handles that you might have on the ground for training push-ups or whatnot. Points of performance would be for the L-sit. Your legs are in an almost straight position, or straight, because we're all gymnasts, we like the form. You're looking to have your legs above the horizontal plane out in front of you. If you're doing it in a tucked position, you want your knees to be again above that horizontal degree. So the idea being you hold it as long as you can, and as soon as your body changes below that flat marker, the clock stops. This is another static hold move that we do for training, and becomes quite difficult after about 30 or 40 seconds. It's just a simple support on the still rings. If you're wanting to be strict on the form, you would have your arms completely locked out at the elbows and the rings turned to at least a horizontal position. So once the rings start to get inwards, the clock would stop and the move would be over. If you wanted to have at least just the arms straight, it will still be very difficult to do after.
At the lowest you can go? That's like in that last position.
Upper arm dips, a great variation of the dip movement that most guys practice. This one's a little bit more gymnastics oriented, since we do moves on the parallel bars where your upper arms are holding your body up. So the points of performance on this one is you'd start in a support hold with your elbows locked out, and then you'd fall down to this upper arm hold, biceps hit the bar, and then you push back up to a full support with your elbows locked out. Alternating squat jumps, good exercise for your legs, can be done without any equipment necessary. What we're looking for when we do this is that you touch your knee to the ground, try not to slam it as hard as you can, and then jumping up with hips open and legs locked, and then touching your other knee to the ground as you switch legs in the lunge. Tuck-ups using parallel bars or a set of dip bars are a great exercise for your abdominals, and they also hit your upper body at the same time because you're holding a support. So the keys of performance here that we're looking for are full extension and opening of the hips at the bottom while you're holding a support, locked elbows, and then as you raise your knees up, they need to clear that horizontal plane that we keep talking about. And this would be a great exercise to do in a time frame and you're trying to do as many reps as possible.